Hey guys, and welcome to my Module 5 screencast on the different collaboration tools that are out there to help online learning. And today, we're just going to go through a couple of these just to really put it out there about, what is collaboration out there on the web as far as web based apps. And then, how can they be, they be proven to work to facilitate learning even when the kids are not in school? I think, this year is probably more crucial than ever to really have this down, because in the county I'm in, Paulding County, we're out of school on Fridays for high schools for the next couple weeks at least. And it's been that way all semester. And, I think that if you have a plan in place with things, then it's going to help out. All right. So just exploring a few of them. We'll start with the basic one, Canvas. This is how in Paulding County that, a lot of communication happens and a lot of the assignments and things like that. You can see over here to the right, a bunch of stuff that, older stuff that I've done down here. And most of the communication in the school is actually done through Canvas as well. Media Center, you can check out books, reserve labs, and things like that. Coming up here we'll go first block spring. Even today I used Canvas. So you go to assignments and you see a Europe travel brochure. I would click on it, and then I have some instructions with 2 links on it with some of the grades. It also has an inbox feature to where any of the kids could at any point message me to ask me questions about a certain assignments and things like that. This is good because it gives you that back and forth with the kids, but also keeps it on a moderated platform. So I think that's good. This can help collaboration and critical thinking, because literally anything that you do in a classroom that you give them can be put on Canvas as well. The kids are using Canvas so much in our school district, by the time they get to high school, then they have many years of experience with Canvas. And even if they don't, it's pretty intuitive in itself. Some of the advantages, like I said, 2-way interface. It gives you reminders. It's smartphone enabled, to where if you didn't have a laptop, you could still get most of the stuff done. Some of the disadvantages and problems that I've had with it. Sometimes the dates on it sort of mess up a little bit, but other than that, everything's pretty clear and straightforward. So I like it. So that's Canvas. Going to Google Drive now, and I saw this on a list on the internet, and I thought, Google Drive is a perfect place to store a lot of things. Me personally, I'm a coach of softball and baseball, and I put a lot of our baseball and softball stuff in folders on Google Drive to share with people. So if you click on it, I have it broken down into, many things that, really only I would care about. But, I like to think that other people would care about as well. But this is a good platform to, that I think could really, if you had a class and put everybody in this, if you wanted notes, I have different things in here. Different presentations on, American Revolution or the Age of Revolution, Industrial Revolution stuff. I have a few stuff on here, but I never really thought of it as more of a class platform until I read that. And I think this would help collaboration too, because, with the different apps based in here with Google Sheets, Docs, and, slides, you can, in progress, make changes that would affect the classroom. I think that's very important as well when it comes to online learning. Some of the advantages would be everything's in one spot, and all the kids would be conditioned to go to that one spot to get it. Disadvantages would be, what if somebody doesn't have great access to the internet? But our school district is working on giving everybody Chromebooks, so that should fix itself soon. Should being the key word. Honestly, the problems, I love it, and I put all of our stuff in Google Drive and under the Google umbrella. Even Google Photos right here, I put all of our baseball film that we watch on here. Everything that I do in terms of in terms of athletics goes on Google Drive, but now I'm seeing the benefits, from the academic side of it. So that's the second one. The third one and the final one, Padlet. I've messed around with it a little bit, but I never really got into it too much, just because I don't just never felt too too confident in it. But it's looking it's looking like all of it is pretty colorful and really grabs the attention. And from what I'm gathering with it, you can come up here, change the title, My Padlet, World Geography. Okay, the icon, you can change a bunch of stuff. And, if you want to spice it up, put that. Keep working. Let's go back. Wallpaper. I mean, you could literally select anything. So go down, see if we can find map, perfect for world geography. Go back, color scheme. And I think that having this stuff right here is a way to, really have students add on to it at the same time. And, if I wanted to have this and say Africa, I'd have it. It's in its spot. I can move it right there. I could put some pictures. And I could go, first thing comes to mind when you think about Africa. So, I think that Padlet is something that could be very collaborative. Different options, right? I mean, look at all this stuff. You could upload a file, you could upload literally anything could be placed into a Padlet. And that just gives educators options, but it also gives the kids options. For me to put out a blank one and then them add a bunch of stuff to it with their names on it and things like that. I think that this is really intuitive, and collaboration, it speaks for itself that anybody can get on here and add to it and keep a topic going, keep a discussion going. The critical thinking would come off how you as an educator would run it. I think if you have strict guidelines in there that have a purpose of furthering learning, I think it would work pretty well. Some of the advantages are that you get to be creative. You get to add something that you want. You get to do things that you want to do, and not just something you have to do. Some of the disadvantages, I think, it'd be pretty hard to moderate it if you had certain classes and certain students, and you know what I'm talking about, with adding images and things like that. But that also goes back to internet safety and really making your standards for internet use super clear early on. And if you condition the students properly, then I think it would be fine. The problems, a little glitchy, a little getting used to, but after that, I think it's fine. So overall, I think that, web apps have a giant place in terms of collaboration. But with internet use comes the need for internet safety and making sure that you can really protect the students from things out there on the internet. So thank you for listening to my blog post, and I look forward to hearing from you.